no. I'm sorry. I gotta give you one of those. And let me just say this: you're not saying this, but do you see? If you're not going to do one, what do you see right now? I can tell you what's on door one right now. If you're not going to do one,
door one. What do you
mean? The trajectory that you're doing right now. First of all, let's go here. You still have one of the best battles this year where you and she happened. This is just call that still one of the best battles. And then you deliver with Jay the Nitewing, sir. The point I'm trying to make, sir, you were 2 for 2 with battles this year compared to your other cohorts and compadres and all that. So the word COT, I won't say the last letter, okay? I like what you're doing, sir. I like what you're doing. What's up, Jay?
Man, can't complain at all, man. I feel blessed, man. I feel
you should, sir. You should.
It's been a great year for me, man. You know, I ain't got no complaints. I'm just, you know, I'm starting to feel the
love
pressure of you know, trying to, but it's kind of, it's not really pressure to like live up to what to the bar I've already set. It's kind of just the pressure to get better.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I'm standing in front of Will's third and I'm thinking like, damn, you know what's crazy? I've been kind of racking my brain like, have I ever made a round that could beat that?
Wow, that's what you want right now, Jay? Okay.
You know?
I see you going with this. Okay.
I think I've made rounds that can stand alone from that. You know what I mean? Like that can be separated from it to where it's like, you know, it didn't necessarily beat it, but it was on a level similar to like the third that I had for Mad Face, you know, for my homie passing, you know, and then the third I had for Geechee. It kind of like just, it kind of just stands on its own. But like a direct to my opponent type of round, have I ever created one that could compete with that? You know what I mean? And that's kind of what because I haven't seen one yet, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking, what would that look like? And in the future, when I craft these rounds, I'm gonna be thinking like, could this beat that round?
Moving forward in your writing process, as you take these battles on,
I'm gonna take baby steps though. I'm gonna try and I ain't gonna very next time I take the stage have 3 of those, you know. Right. I'm not gonna hold myself to that, but you know, I definitely want to be able to compete with that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So why are you saying that, basically, Jay? Are you saying that that's one of the hardest rounds someone's ever said to you? Basically, that's the only way I can take that.
Wow, best round I've stood in front of, in my opinion. Right. I think I've stood in front of some pretty heavy rounds. The first that come to mind is like Twerk's first, Tink the Demon's first.
Tink, wow, shout out Tink.
Emerson Kennedy's first.
EK, okay.
Yeah, Mad Flex's second. Some very like heavy hitting rounds, you know what I mean? I would put that one as the best though, just because it I don't think I've ever felt like there was no taking this round from my opponent. Like none of the other rounds made me feel like they definitely made me feel like I got an uphill ass battle, you know.
Okay.
But I never was in the moment going, yep, there goes that one. I remember sitting there too, like I'm just like, you know, because of the type of third that I had, I was like, damn, I really like this third too, man.
So this is what I feel the people are saying. The people who, if they give you the win, they're saying you got round 1 and round 2, right? And they give the winner, right? And then you got some people saying it's debatable, or you got people saying that Jay won the battle, was Will's third round the best round of the battle, even though Jay might have got round 1 and round 2. And that's how I see a lot of. Is that what you want as a battler when people have those kind of discussions though?
I love it, man. I love I love the different takes on it. I seen somebody say like Jay won the battle and Will murdered him for it.
That's crazy, Jay. That's wild, brother. That's wild.
But nah, I personally think when I watched it back, I personally think the clearest round is the third.
Okay.
I think I got the first, but you know, the first and the second to me are pretty debatable. And the second, I think the first I got like I gave it to myself.
Yes, I gave it to you also.
And the second, man,
I edged you.
That's debatable for me too, because that's when he had like the he might be Samoan, Polynesian. Like I love that part of it, man. That shit to me was so creative. So for me, I don't really have a winner for this battle from a round to round standpoint. But I think just an overall standpoint, I got both of us winning. Everybody won.
See, now this is what I'm gonna give you props again. This happened with the Sheet Happens battle. I felt some people thought, oh, well, Jay might have won that battle, but then you know what? The culture won because it's such a great battle, replay value. Yeah, and it's like this one time is fire. Yeah, ill will. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you know what's funny? Last time I spoke to you, said 3. I need time. They give me time, right? Yeah. And I got time to write.
Yeah.
Y'all are gonna see and be. And I listen. Do you feel you arrived? I feel you arrived. You've been there before, of course. People, if you know, right? But when I'm seeing your last 2 battles, it's really from the Geechee Matt Flex down, to be honest. We're gonna be honest. Geechee Matt Flex, we back, right? Your last 4 joints, to be honest, that stood out. People are giving you hella props, bro. I'm talking about online. You can't see it when you're battling, man. But when you're battling, sir, and as a blog, I gotta scroll down and see what the culture's talking about. It's like I don't see one negative word thrown your way, sir. Like never.
It's it's a surreal thing, man.
Wait.
I think
you're here, my dude. You're here, man. You're here. We like you, man. You got delivery, cadence, flow, wordplay. You can rap. No one sounds like you. You don't rap like no one else. You know, they always talk about people originality in battle rap, right? Dog, you don't sound like nobody. You don't rap like nobody.
Yeah. That's a blessing in and of itself, man. It's like how many of us in this battle rap thing, man? And to be able to like create your own sound and, you know, be able to just have the awareness to do, because I think it's awareness more than anything else that helps me identify what, you know, everyone else is doing and what everyone else might be having a blind spot for, putting a blind eye on. And the fact that I could recognize that and capitalize on it, that I don't take credit for it, man. That's God's work. You know what I mean? I just showed up.
Y'all talking classics. I'm talking Future Stain on the Wall. You be wildin', dog. You just be like this Pontiac won't make it to Flint for jamming up twice. Are you one-liners? Are you one-liners? Are you the king of one-liners or just dope at one-liners? You're one-liners, man.
Hey, man. If that title ever pops up, man, I'll take a ballot as a nominee.
No one-liners are like that, bro. For real. Let me ask you this: when do you know, as a battler, you know, we look at it as a fan standpoint, right? But as a battler, because more important how you think about it, how I look at it. When do you know that, okay, me and Will got one of these, one of those ones right now? When in the battle do you know that? Is it after the battle? Is it during the battle? Is it?
For me, I think Will knew at some point in the battle. For me, I can't give myself that. I can't think about that because it's distracting. When I take that stage, I can't be thinking about anything externally, unless you know it you know, just it's something that steals my attention. Like on the footage, there was a point in the second when I stopped my round and was like, what the fuck was that? You know, because in that moment, it sounded like there was a plane coming, like to fucking straight to the building. Like that shit was loud as shit. I was honestly scared. But you know, aside from that, yeah, I don't really focus on external things like that because it'll trigger an anxiety that I don't, you know, it's not helpful at all.
Wow. Because during the battle, I saw Will said something to you in the effect that, I'm paraphrasing now, we got one of these, we got a classic, we got one of those right now.
Yeah.
He said in the battle. And you ain't say that. You didn't utter a word when he said that.
I heard it. I heard him say it, and I was like, throw that out. That has no use. What's your next line?
Like, Will, don't say that right now, bro. Don't say that shit.
Yeah. Man. Oh, man. And even during my second, like, I'm like hyper focused on what's going on right in this space between me and Will. Even in my second, like, I wanted to, like, if the ending of my second seemed rushed, it's because it really was. Like, I became aware during my second that my round was way longer than his, and I'm like, fuck, man, like, I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like,
don't feel bad. A lot of y'all did not stick to the time limit, brother.
Man, nah, but you know, I'm glad Ill Will's third like came out the way it did because it was kind of like it made me feel better about it. It was like, okay. But I don't like having a round that's like way longer than my opponents. I don't like. I asked Will before the battle how long his rounds like came out to, and he said like 2 minutes, 2:30. So I was sitting on like honestly like 4 minutes for each round. And I'm like, all right, I had to cut a big ass chunk out of each round to try and match him a little bit.
Right.
I guess I didn't cut enough from the second like I thought I did, but my bad, Will.
Let me ask you this. I feel like I've interviewed you a couple of times already, right? And I feel like every time I interview you about a battle, it comes off to me like you be wanting your opponent to do good. When I talk to some other battle rappers, they don't care. You choke, you stumble. We don't. As long as I won the battle, people talking about me, I don't give a rat's ass you just hear about me. You, on the other hand, you always come off like, yo, I want my opponent to get props. I want Mad Flex to get his just due. I want She to get his just due. I'm glad Ill Will, because I interviewed Ill Will before the battle, and he kept it real. He said in the battle also, 2024 was a tough year for him. He said it in the interview, and he said it in the battle also, right? And I'm an Ill Will fan. And as a fan, I didn't think he had one of his greatest years. So for you to get an Ill Will, listen, when I heard Ill Will still around, all I kept saying to myself is, this is the reason why I rock with this cat. This is the reason why we love Ill Will. Like, he's one of the most diverse battle rappers in battle rap history. You dig what I'm saying?
That was crazy. It was like literally like in multiple ways he made me pay for that second round. Because I had a whole angle about all the moments he done created. Motherfucker had a moment with me. He said, oh, so I'm just some battle rap punching bag to you, huh? Well, you about to see how it feels, motherfucker.
Yo,
but I love when my opponents do great, man, because it like almost guarantees a classic. If I'm on 10 and they're on 10, regardless of who wins, man, it's a guaranteed classic. At least, you know, that's what prior battles have shown me, like the last few battels. That's what that's shown me is if we're both on 10, whoever I'm standing apart from, then yeah, it's almost guaranteed. And it really don't as far as like clear wins and stuff, I tweeted about this, like I don't really care for clear wins, especially if they come in the form of my opponent fucking up. That don't do shit for me. That don't do shit for the fans. You know what I mean? Like, it's not very watchable because it's like, all right, you know, Jake. Especially when it's somebody that I'm not the underdog. You know what I mean? Like yeah, Jay's gonna kick his ass, and then if they also fuck up, and then I kick their ass, it's like, well, yeah, no surprise there.
Yo, your second round, man. Coke so white is shooting J's. The kick of the bucket. You're not even wearing a hat. The Goodwill bar, that was crazy. If you caught a Goodwill, that's all they got in budget. And then you said some shit after that. The way you ended the bar, it was just, dog, damn, the hash brown. How do you take a hash brown bar that we heard years ago and freaking and finesse it back, bro? Like you brought a hash brown bar that Prison Ill Will had eons ago, and you brought it back to life and just even the dollar sausage muffin bar you had, you just can't keep it a buck like man, bro. I see
That's
you.
not bad, huh?
You talk calmly, but the way we look at you when you're rapping, it's almost like, and I've heard people say this about you too, as a recent. Twerk does this, Hitman does this, Nitty does this, and I think you're in line though with controlling the crowd, bro. I think people when you rap, it's like shut the fuck up, Jay's rapping now. Seriously, it's almost like that now. Like Jay's rapping, shut the hell up. We went in what Jay got to say, and I feel those other guys control the rooms also. Do you feel that way though?
Yeah.
When Pat say does this, when Pat say this, y'all almost do that. Y'all got that too in y'all repertoire.
It was kind of like, honestly, anybody can do that.
Okay, educate me. All right.
If you just
can they know?
If you just wait after somebody finishes their round, the crowd will go silent regardless. I found out about this because I couldn't figure out what my next round, how it started. So I was choking, and that's how I found out about that pocket. And then I just started using it. I was like, wow, it's like finding an empty room in a mansion that nobody's like, oh,
that's a crazy analogy.
Bathroom. I found it because I was trying to find the bathroom. Like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna remember this. And then I just kind of started using it. Like the awkwardness of it, it also takes away whatever momentum my opponent built up by just remaining silent and creating this awkward energy. Now people aren't thinking about, damn, this person just had a crazy ass round. Now they're thinking, damn, what's Jay doing, man? Is he choking? And then, and then I just took off with that.
Oh man, the Emmett Till line you had, that Rock had you brought that back to life.
Yeah, man.
Well, you have the ability to bring a bar back to life and put your spin on it. So lovely.
That shit was dope, man. Seeing Rock there too, reacting to
Rock was going crazy. Rock was going crazy. Man. What's next for you, Doug?
More of the same, honestly, man. I hopefully, you know what I mean, God willing. There's a pretty deep list as far as like people that I want to see this year. A-Ward, Mike P.
A-Ward, Mike P. Okay, I like you and A-Ward. I like that, sir. I like that a lot. Hey, somebody book that, please.
Yeah. I don't know if I should say it because it ain't officially booked.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Nah, but Verb is another one.
Verb say he want to smoke though.
Yeah.
Verb, you don't want no smoke, Verb. You don't want no smoke, Verb. No, you don't. No, you don't, Verb. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't, Verb. No, you
Shout out
don't.
to Verb, man. Now we was chopping it up at the event, man. Verb
That's my guy.
Yeah. Verb is dope, man. We was chopping it up over there, and yeah, man. If we battle this year, that Mook and Hitman card probably makes the most sense.
You a Verb on that card?
Yeah. I would say that'd probably be the only card that makes sense for both of us. But yeah, I can't see me battling Verb on a Nexus or some shit.
Yeah, that's gonna work. That's gonna happen, sir.
Yeah, probably.
That's gonna happen, man.
Yeah, they're probably not gonna call me for that.
Yeah. So, what's the conversation you went? All right, did you know you and Ill Will would have a battle like this? Did you see that happening? Or you don't know? You just gotta play.
Yeah, I definitely saw that it could potentially be this, but every time it's like it's like wanting to win the lottery, man. Like, you know it's possible, but you just in the back of your mind, you don't think it's probable that all the dots are gonna align and everything's gonna go exactly how you plan. The crowd's gonna be receptive, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be on 10. Like even to this day, like it's been a while since I've fucked up any battles, but still I don't get nervous. I get anxiety before the battles for a different reason. Like before, it used to be like, me knowing that I didn't prep very well. So I'm sitting there trying to like rehearse and rehearse and rehearse. Now it's like I've prepped so well, I'm completely comfortable. I'm in these like the day of that battle, I didn't run my rounds at all. And I'm just like, this is a scary kind of comfortable. And then I ran my rounds right before the battle just for the sake of doing it, just because it's like I don't want to I don't want to get, I don't want to fuck up because of overconfidence, but it's like, damn, I am not worried at all. And it's like, damn, like, I don't know, man.
Is that bad for your opponents though? Because of what kind of groove you in right now? Kind of,
If they think, they can take the day off, absolutely.
I'm gonna go on record and say no one's gonna look at Jay the Nightwing. We'll take a day off here on some bars, we'll take a day off. It's Jay. I can do this. No, that's not gonna happen, sir.
I hope not, man. I've seen some people take days off against people that were just as dangerous as me.
That is true. That is true.
It's kind of wild, man. But hey, to each their own. I'll make you pay for it this year, especially this year.
Y'all hear that? You gonna play with Jim that wants you.
You're gonna pay all the taxes and fees playing around with me. Man. You going to the gulag.
How many battles you foresee happen? We're April 16th, right? How many battles do you foresee happening for the rest of the year? 2-3 more battles? 2 to 3?
I want to say 2, 3, 4 max.
4 max. Okay, 4 max. With 2 to 3.
I ain't gonna do more than that.
Okay.
Yeah. But I gotta be honest, after this year, like it's probably gonna go back to like twice a year popping out, something like that. 3 max. You know what I mean?
But what if you're in high demand though? Or it doesn't matter, you just go to your pace. I feel like you do what you want to do anyway. You don't let nobody dictate what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, being in high demand is cool and all, but I think the people will appreciate the product, a lot more if they just wait on it. You know what I mean?
Got you.
I'm better that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I have like, 4 battles this year, 4 more battles this year, and all 4 of them are classic, I guarantee it. Next year, if I battle twice, the material of that will be better than what I put out for the rest of this year. You know what I mean? It just, at least that's the trend I feel like has been set. Is like, I don't know. Maybe I should think about that a little longer.
Well, listen, I got you in twerk right now. I had the guys right now are you in twerk in my opinion, but I felt you kind of I got you over twerk now because of I had him losing to Vixen, and then the A Ward battle is incomplete, right? And I don't know if he's gonna battle a real deal this weekend. He got a real deal this weekend, so I don't know how he's feeling with the foot in that situation, right?
Oh, real deal. That's fine.
Yeah, he got a real deal this weekend. In fact, this weekend in Pittsburgh.
Damn.
In Real Deal's crib. So we got to see what's going on with that. And I look at you, right?
Man, Real Deal and Miss Hustle was fire.
Yo, listen, I gotta be honest. I did not think that battle was gonna be good.
Yeah. I just didn't have an opinion on it. I'm just like, that's a weird ass battle.
Matchup, yeah, it's a weird matchup.
Random. But hey, I loved it. And while I was watching it, I'm thinking like, damn, I should have expected this. Like, like Hustle is like one of the best, as far as like not even being a female battler, but like being a performer and like the progression, the bars and all that. And Real Deal is a very great rapping lyrical diffuser. He's
All
very
right.
great at that. He's very great at taking momentum back. He's very great at connecting where he needs to connect. I should have seen that.
Right. Right.
But yeah, it was. I think I'm so used to seeing battles that like have somewhat of a backstory that to see one without one is like, oh wow.
That's the dope shit about you. You don't need a backstory. You don't need no drama.
Yeah.
You don't need no promo. Because let's be honest, some of these niggas that do promo, they garbage. Seriously, some of your niggas' promos are good and your bars are mid. They're not good. The replay value of the battles are not good. I hate to recap some of you niggas recap battles. I'm like, all right, bro, that bar was cool. That was nice. With Jalen Nightwing, I'm like, damn, bam, bam, ill will, bam, bam, bam. Can we get battles like that to you niggas out there that love promo so much, but don't care about the fucking bars? No, get your bars up, brother, please. Bro, really don't give a fuck about
they be mad as hell at me.
Yeah, man.
Hey, but that's why you gotta appreciate guys like Surf, man, that can do both phenomenally. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Shout out to Surf, man. Free the wave.
You're right, Joe. You're right. He's one of the few guys. Like, listen, we met on Matt Flex, right? And I had Av on yesterday, and Av told me that he wasn't really familiar with Matt Flex, so he was really impressed how Matt Flex and JC. He was really impressed. He gave Matt Flex a lot of props on my show. You battled Matt Flex. You and Matt Flex had a great battle.
Matt Flex is one of the few writers that I really study. Because he just has it, man. He has that creative eye, and that if there's one thing I'm a connoisseur of, it's condescension done right. I love condescending comedy, man. Like
it takes one to know one. Is that what it is, Jay?
Bro, you could take a lot of his condescension. You could take that and put my voice AI to it, and it seems seamless.
It goes,
vice
right?
versa. Vice versa. Like you could take his voice to my bars, and it would be like, you know, it would come off natural. Like we definitely in tune, and we definitely sparred before this event, man. We you know, steel sharpens steel. So.
Absolutely. Are you surprised that the culture can keep up with you? Because sometimes it's hard to keep up with you, brother. I love hip hop, but it's sometimes, especially in the room, because you're not gonna catch everything Jalen Nightwing says on first watch, second watch, damn near fifth watch. Because I watch a battle 3 times, I was like, oh shit, that McDonald's scheme. He's doing a hash brown, this, that. It's like you're just catching shit when you spin the block back on your battles. And you niggas need to spin the block back on battles. Some of y'all need to spin the block back on battles, man.
Yeah. Nah, because I mean, like, I try to tailor them in a way to where like they're somewhat digestible, but it's it will take another watch, you know what I mean?
Or two.
Unless you just quick, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I try to tailor them to a point where like it's like a complex topic I'm discussing, but it's simplified. You know, like super. I remember when I first used to like try and write, and it would be way too like esoteric. A friend of mine said, you know, if the iPhone was as complicated to use as it was to make, nobody would be fucking with the iPhone. And I was like, damn, that's deep. Like, so all this esoteric shit you doing, that's just cool and all, but you need to talk to us, man. Like, don't give us all this gibberish and shit. Like,
can I ask you a question? Because somebody had told me this, and I didn't think about this, right? Somebody was saying that on style-wise and conversation-wise, that you and Lux would be a dope conversation. What do you say to that?
Yeah, I think so. I think Lux, Goods, Head Ice, Verb. I think they'll all be, you know, great conversations because we see things in a different way than the rest of the world. You know what I mean? Like, so you come into the battle with your vision and your perception, and I'm doing the same thing. I mean, it has to be great. It can only, you know, be great. But the thing about it is, like, you know, ability is there. I don't think anybody would argue that I don't have the ability to stand in front of these gentlemen. It's just branding at this point. You know what I mean? It's just
right.
That's when the business end of it, you know, comes into play. And yeah, the days of just being able to have the ability to rap in front of somebody, like those days are gone. Like the days of like, you know, pull up. Like, you know, it don't work like that no more. You know what I mean? So I think they'll get those battles when, you know, the branding makes sense. And
you in goods though.
as,
I like that though. You in goods? I kind of like that though, Jay. I never thought about that. You in goods? Okay.
Yeah, that'd be fire. That's definitely one where I feel like it has classic written all over it. It'll be a conversation that whatever card you put that on, it'll look different from any other conversation.
But does it go back to the condescending word that you said? Because goods can be condescending sometimes. Also, he doesn't break. You rap. You both of y'all rapping when your opponents rap. Both of y'all just be chilling. Y'all don't make no movements. Y'all don't do nothing.
Yeah. You know what this is gonna be?
Yes, sir.
Me and Goods is gonna be like a conversation between the CEO of a company and the union leader, the union president.
That's crazy.
Of the machinists, bro.
The union
this
president.
This is gonna be blue collar versus the elites.
Oh man. Shit. Hey, listen, brother. I always like talking to you, man. And I mean this sincerely. You're a breath of fresh air in battle rap, bro. You really are, man. I think a lot of people, guys like you, I think people want to see win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not the rah-rah type of dude. You just rap, bro. You just rap and you're special. Your pen is special. How you think is special. The shit you say is special. The rap's been special. Bro, you've been really putting on, bro. People are keeping score. You've been wilding, man. You've been wilding, bro. Geechee, Flex, She, Ill Will. Like, what are we talking about here? Like,
yeah.
How many of these niggas can't even give me 2 good battles, Jay? I'm sorry. Two of these niggas can't give me 1 good battle.
As long as y'all rocking with it, man.
Yeah, it's just, you know what I mean? Yeah. Before you go, what's your take on Rum Nitty and Daylight? Did you watch that?
I haven't watched it for a second time. And the first time I watched it, I didn't catch the second round. That pissed everybody off.
I'm sure you did.
I watched the first round, and I'm like, man, this is a great fucking battle. But then I wanted to go vape. So I walk outside, and as I'm walking outside, you know, I'm having small talk with a whole bunch of other people.
All right.
And then I get on my phone to the pay-per-view, and the third round's already third round. So I'm watching it. I'm around a bunch of people that saw the whole battle. And after the third, I'm just like, wow, great battle. Turn around, everybody's pissed off, like, fuck out of here, Jay.
Yeah, you know, Jay, you wildin', Jay. You wildin', Jay. You wildin'.
Hey, Will 3-0, motherfucker. I'm like, what did I do?
Will 3-0 is wild.
Man, motherfuckers is mad. I went up to Daylight. I was like, man, amazing battle, bro. Amazing battle. I'm like, in my peripheral, I see like 3-4 people like, man, this nigga Jay on some bullshit, man. I'm like, what, bro? Like, I'm just talking about what I saw.
What's your relationship with Murder Mook? And there's a reason I'm asking you this question. What's your relationship with Murder Mook?
I met him like twice. This event was like the second time.
He rocks you. He rocks you.
Yeah,
I can see that. I can see Mook
for sure.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see Mook liking your style. I can really see Mook and Lux liking the shit that you say and how you give it up. That's the reason I asked you that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, dope individual, man. Super humble, especially for the GOAT that he is. You know what I'm saying? Very humble, very approachable, and you know what I'm saying, like just easy going. But you can see the aura. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like it's a Harlem thing, man. Like,
did you see Joe Budden gave you props on his podcast this morning?
I heard, man. That shit crazy.
Gave you props. Absolutely. I was happy to hear that shit. I was like, yeah, Joe, I like that. Yes, it's good. It's cool. Maybe a Daylight and the rest of them, as you should. But I'm glad you name dropping Jay the Nitewing on your show. I like that as a Jay the Nitewing fan. I like that.
Me and Real Sick, I heard.
Oh, he always give it Real Sick. He always gives up to Real Sick though.
Man,
You know what
real
I'm saying?
sick is
Jersey
real
Connect.
sick.
I
So
love Real
good,
Sick,
man.
man. Real Sick is fire. Real Sick is fire.
Real sick was going crazy,
He's
bro.
going crazy on Mac, yo. He's going crazy. He's going. Shout out to Mac though. He's going crazy. Yo. He's going
Yeah,
crazy.
shout out to Mac too. Yeah, he was going crazy too.
Jay, man, listen, I appreciate you taking your time to rock with me. I know you don't like, you're not an interview guy, but anytime you rock with me, I always appreciate you rocking me. 'Cause I'm fan of you, man. You know what I mean? I rock with you heavy, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Likewise, man. I appreciate you, my brother. We'll talk
Always,
soon.
Jay. Always, man. Always. Peace and love, Jay.
All right, sure.
My guy, man. Jay the Nightwing. Y'all know the vibes already.